and a lovely sign here of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, and amongst a lovely outlook. Well, good morning cruise fans, here we are now. It's Ray and Sue's travel channel, and we're on our 12-night cruise on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity around Morocco and the Canary Islands. Today is day 6, and today we're in Tenerife, and it's an at-port day, of course. I just thought I would share with you this wonderful panoramic view of Tenerife in the morning. It's just after 10 o'clock, and the sight of the city sprawling into the hills and the little marina. Of course, we are still on board at the moment. We're on deck 11, just to the rear of the ship, and I just thought I would share this with you and let you know that we're going to go off today. Just going to have a little walk around Tenerife itself to see what is around. We have been in here before, and if you've not seen that video already, take a look on the channel. You'll find it on the Jewel of the Seas playlist. But as you're watching now, here's the latest in 2024. It's December. It's beautiful temperature here. It's about 23-24 degrees at the moment, and estimate a bit more than that later on this afternoon. So stay with us as we go off today and take a look around the wonderful port and town of Tenerife. And just to the side of us today, we are refueling, and there is some fuel oil going on board here in Tenerife. But I thought I'd give you another little shot of the beautiful Celebrity X logo here on deck 11 of wonderful Celebrity Infinity, and another quick scan around the very rugged environment which is Tenerife. Of course, it's a volcanic island, but the biggest island in the Canary Islands themselves. So isn't that lovely? A nice view across the bay and over the mountains in the distance. Okay, so we're off board now and just come through the gangway, and we are going to grab the little shuttle which will take you to the port entrance, and here it is now, and Susie waiting patiently for me, and we'll get on and then we'll get off probably around the port entrance or close proximity to the town. And so when you leave the shuttle bus, just proceed in this direction and go up that ramp, and that will take you up to the boardwalk. Okay, so when you get dropped off by the shuttle bus, there's a few taxis that are waiting for you. There is a little terminal building here that you can go in, but also just walk up the ramp here and it will take you across the car park onto the main road. So a really easy, really simple drop-off place, and this will be the point that will come to be picked up a little bit later on. And a really nice, pleasant layout. It will bring you out adjacent to the boardwalk, if you like. There's a nice little open space with parks and little rides for the kiddies, etc. across this bridge that you can see in front of us. So we'll just go round this on-ramp, and we'll take you up into the town. And again, there's the little pickup point, and when you come out of that pickup point, you come up to the upper deck, if you like, the upper plateau, and it's really nicely decorated actually. Some nice plants here in the planters, etc. And a little bit further down is the main area and then the main part of the town. So stay with us as we go exploring. Well, this is very interesting here. Just at the top of that ramp then, here we go, there is a a large map of the world, and it shows the 5th century from the Vuelta do Mundo. So that's really useful to see the original route that they took when circumnavigating the world. How useful is that? Okay, and so when you come up the boardwalk a little bit, you can see this little area now, which is a nice little play area for the children. They're all at school today, safely tucked up in school. But a lovely little place to come, and it's on the front. It's adjacent to the marina, which is again just adjacent to the cruise port, and of course you can see in the centre of the shot now the lovely celebrity Infinity. So we're going to carry on and take a walk down this boardwalk. As I say, there is another video on our channel which gives more detail about the town centre here in Tenerife, but it's your standard typical shopping areas, social shopping areas. Not really much interest in that. I'd love to share with you some of the more prominent areas around Tenerife, this being one of them. So stay tuned with us, and we're going to take a walk down the promenade and share with you what's around here, around the marina and some of the other areas a little bit further down the coast. Okay, and so when you walk along the boardwalk still further, you get into this nice pleasant little area of open space. There are a few nice trees and some structures here. There's also this green bridge which will take you back into the port area if you're docked at one of the other quays in the port. And then straight ahead of you, where you can see that tall building with the cross on the side, is the centre of the town. So we're actually just going to explore the seafront just at the moment, and then a little later on we may well venture in there just to have a quick scan around. Okay, and so as we come into the town centre a little bit more now, you can see a wonderful memorial to those Tenerife citizens who gave their lives in the world wars. God bless them and may they rest in peace. And a lovely little area here. First of all, there's obviously a bit of a water feature here in the middle, but interestingly a nice little what must be aluminium tree which lights up in the evening. Isn't that lovely? Nice bit of social art, and nice to see. And then if we go across here into the centre, there's a nice little water feature, and sounds like a little bit of street entertainment. And there will be a water feature here during busy times. We are in December now, so even though it's very hot here, there's not a lot of people here because it's somewhat out of season. But all the best to be filming and to be having a good detailed look at what you can find here in Tenerife. And a lovely sign here of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, and amongst a lovely outlook. And as you go over the little square there, past the memorial, and further into the town, you can see there are local businesses and restaurants that are setting up for the day. And of course it's a commercial district as well as a shopping area, so you will see a variety of both of those as we walk up, and a variety of little pastry stores and little bakeries as we go up into the town centre. And of course we're getting close to Christmas now. It's the 1st of December, so all of the ports that we are visiting are starting to put out their Christmas decorations, so it's very pleasant to see that. A few hotels around the right hand side here of this little square, and some commerce and a few side streets which house even more little shops and restaurants, and again a few perfume shops and a few high street stores that you might recognise, Timberland, etc., and of course your favourite burger joint. And as we proceed a little bit further up into the town itself, of course there are nice little pedestrianised areas and quaint little side streets and places where you can get your retail therapy and maybe even sit and chat and socialise and watch people watch. But your typical, stereotypical high street here in Tenerife and in Spain. And there's a mix of different building styles here, some old, some new, some that's got some great architecture to it with balustrades and balconies, etc., and some very simple buildings that are very simple in their outlook. Okay, and adjacent to that square is another nice little tree-lined avenue with a few cafes and bars either side, a few stores and shops and retail outlets as well, and generally a nicer looking built environment, especially with the Christmas decorations coming up, and I'm sure they will look lovely in the evenings. But there you go, and I'll just do a quick pan shot around just to give you a feel for the different types of stores and restaurants. And again, a nice little pan shot of this whole built environment with some nice cafes and bars, and up the avenue, your favourite chicken shop, and a few other local bars where the locals frequent. And at the top of the little avenue there, tree-lined avenue, there's a lovely little park, and it's got a bandstand in it and a few retailers around the outside selling coffees and such like, and a nice little pleasant space. Okay, so after you've taken a little walk around the town, you come back up the main road, back onto the boardwalk. There's a little Tesla information booth there, and you can see the white bus down in the sideway there. That's the transfer bus back to the lovely Celebrity Infinity, which is where we're going now. So we hope that that's been useful for you in terms of just giving you a feel for a little bit of the town and some of the pedestrianised public areas. And when you come back across, there's the marina on the right hand side, and so we'll walk in now and go back past the flower borders, and just another quick look over the railings here. Of course, it's a commercial port as well here in Tenerife, so it is a mix of different shipping types and different port areas, etc. And the lovely Celebrity Infinity is behind this Armas container ship or ferry, road on road off ferry, which is in front of us, and there is the rest of the port. And just one more sweeping shot of the front here in Tenerife before we go down the ramp to get back on board our shuttle bus. Okay, so welcome back everybody. Here we are now, we're back on board the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, and it's just after 4 o'clock and we will be departing fairly shortly. Just thought we'd take the opportunity to thank you for spending your time on our cruise channel this afternoon, and for, we hope, enjoying this video of Tenerife in the Canary Islands. This is day 6 of our cruise on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, and we've been off today and we have shared with you the port area and the transfer bus process, and also taken a bit of a walk up into the town and shared with you some of the shops and facilities and various points of interest along the ways. And the really nice thing about the environment here in Tenerife is its rugged countryside, and you can see all of the houses built up into the mountainsides at various points. That's really great to see. And it's December at the moment and it's about 23-24 degrees today, which is fantastic if you are a resident of the Canary Islands. The weather is always warm down here, so isn't that lovely? So that's a quick end shot of the port itself prior to our departure on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity. We hope that's been useful for you, and thank you for investing your time in our video today. And if you have any comments or any questions, please leave them at the bottom of this video. We'll do our very best to come back to you with an answer, and we appreciate your comments as always. And if this is the sort of content that you like, then can we ask you now please to consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's travel channel. It's through your subscription our channel will continue to grow, and it's of course entirely free. And as we await our departure, then one of the fast transfer boats is departing the port, so it's great to be able to get that in this video as well. Fast ferry, no doubt going to one of the other Canary Islands, so isn't that lovely? So we appreciate your time today. We hope that's been useful for you, and as I say, if you have any comments, then leave us the comments at the bottom of this video. We'll do our level best to come back. And here we can see the lovely looking marina, a few tall ships and motor launches and yachts in the marina itself. And that's from the back of Celebrity Infinity. Okay, so we are now departing the port here in Tenerife, and I just thought I would share a little bit that with you. The port is somewhat industrial in its nature as we steer around to the starboard side, but couldn't resist giving you one final hand shot of the port when the sun is going down and we are making our departure. So we're at sea tomorrow. So that has been Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next Tips for Travellers video. Bye bye.
So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.